Hey guys, in today's video, I'm here to give you some tips on how to win over a woman who plays hard to get. I get it. Sometimes you meet someone amazing, but she's acting all distant and aloof, like she's not that into you. Don't worry, it's a thing. From a woman's perspective, it's not about playing games, but about showing high value. And trust me, as someone who's been on both sides of this dynamic, I've got some real insights to share. I remember back in the day, there was this guy who I could tell was really into me, but I wasn't making it easy for him. Not because I didn't like him, but because I wanted to see if he was really serious or just after the thrill of the chase. I'll share more about how that turned out in a bit, but for now, let's dive into the tips. Number 1, don't rush to give your heart away. Let me tell you from experience, women who play hard to get are looking for patience and persistence. This one guy I mentioned earlier, he came on way too strong, and honestly, it was a turnoff. He was giving me his full attention right away, constantly texting and trying to make plans. It felt like he was more focused on winning me than getting to know me. So, my advice here is simple. Don't rush to give your feelings or your heart to someone you barely know. Take your time, get to know her, and let her come to you when she's ready. A girl wants to feel like you're genuinely interested in her, not just in the idea of being with her. Number 2, maintain your value. Don't lower your price. This is where a lot of guys slip up. You want her to like you, so you start doing everything you think she wants, even at the cost of your own self-worth. I remember another guy who did this. It was flattering at first, but eventually I started seeing him as less of a challenge. He became too predictable, too available, and that made me lose interest. So don't do that. Instead, maintain your value. Ask yourself, what makes you stand out? What are the qualities that make you someone worth chasing? For example, if she values intelligence or humor, showcase that, but without bending over backward to please her. Keep things balanced so she sees you as someone with his own goals and priorities. Number 3, don't get lost in her actions. Here's a truth bomb. Women who play hard to get sometimes test your patience, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. I've seen it happen so many times. Guys get so wrapped up in trying to please the girl that they ignore when she's being unreasonable. One time, I pushed a guy a bit too far, and he finally stood up for himself and called me out on it. You know what? That made me respect him more. He wasn't just some guy chasing after me. He was a man who knew his worth. So, if she's being a little too distant or even making mistakes, don't be afraid to speak up. It's not about being rude. It's about showing that you're mature enough to handle her challenges while staying grounded in who you are. Number 4, don't negotiate your value. This is super important. When a woman sets her standards, respect them, but don't feel the need to lower yourself to fit in. I've seen it happen before. Guys who start bending the rules just to get a foot in the door. It never works out because it shows a lack of confidence. I had a guy once who, after a few dates, started becoming way too flexible, almost like he was willing to do anything to make me happy. But that's not what I was looking for. I wanted someone who could stand on his own and not constantly seek my approval. What you should do instead is focus on bettering yourself. If she plays hard to get, let it be motivation to step up your game. Take care of your physical and mental health, pursue your goals, and let her see that you're someone who's constantly improving. Trust me, when a woman sees a man striving to become better, she'll start paying attention. Let me wrap this up by telling you how it worked out with the guy I mentioned earlier, the one I wasn't making it easy for. After a while, I noticed that he didn't lose himself trying to win me over. He remained confident, patient, and didn't let my aloofness throw him off his game. That persistence, without being needy, really won me over. And guess what? We ended up dating for a while, and it was because he maintained his value and respected both himself and me. So guys, remember, it's not about conquering anyone. It's about mutual respect, patience, and showing that you're someone of value. Stay confident, stay true to yourself, and let her see that you're worth the effort too. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment your thoughts below. Watch the recommended video on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video.